Hey guys, it's Stephanie and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. Today I am doing another one of my Empties videos. I did one of these back in December, I believe, and now it is the end of April, so it's been about 4 months, and I'm going to show you everything that I've used up in those 4 months. Most of it is kind of beauty, hair care, skincare type products. I think I have some kind of other random things thrown in there as well. I love these kinds of videos because I think people give the best reviews off of products that they've entirely used up. So let's just jump into the video. So I'm gonna start off with all of the kind of wellness products first, I think, and then we'll jump into makeup, hair care, skincare, etc. First up, I used up one of the Optic White High Impact White toothpastes. I love the Colgate Optic White line. I go back and forth of which specific one is my favorite. This High Impact White one was my favorite for a really long time, but I kind of just like them all. I really rotate around through all the different Optic White ones. Like right now I'm using the Optic White Renewal one and I really like that one too. So I just kind of rotate between whichever one I can find and whichever one has the flavor I want, because they all have different flavors of mint. But yeah, this is forever a repurchase for me. Sticking with the teeth theme, this is the Listerine Nightly Reset Fluoride Mouthwash. So the idea was that you would like rinse with it before bed overnight, and then you just can't eat or drink for 30 minutes afterward because it has fluoride in it. I used this like halfway up before it expired, so I did have to dump some of it out because I don't like to use stuff like this when it's expired because of the fluoride. I really liked the mint flavor of this. However, I couldn't find this anymore to buy a new one when I ran out. So I'm using a different mouthwash right now, but I don't know if this even still exists, but if it does exist, I would use it again because I like to use mouthwash before bed. I don't like to necessarily use mouthwash during the day if it has fluoride in it, because you can't eat or drink for 30 minutes. So I don't know. Mouthwash is kind of just like, it's mouthwash. Like I don't know what more to say. All right, so I have some supplements next. This is just the Ollie multivitamin, women's multivitamin. I already am going through another tub of this. It's just what I like. It's a solid multivitamin. And then I used up one of just their probiotic blends. And then I used up one of the prebiotic and probiotic blends together. I'm going through another one of these right now, but I think I'm gonna go back to this one afterward because I don't think these help as much as these. I don't know, everybody works so differently with these kinds of things. It's hard to tell if they're even working at all. But I like the idea of taking one, so I'll probably bump back to these after I finish this blend because I think I like this one better. Moving into hair care, I have 3 different things. I have the L'Oreal Everpure Frizz Defy Shampoo. I used up the conditioner in the last Empties video, so finally finished up the shampoo, or like 99% of the shampoo. I really liked this one when I started using it, but over time I think my hair just got really used to it and I just became over it. I feel like I'm that way with shampoos. Like I don't ever really use the same shampoo more than once in a row. Right now I'm using my Function of Beauty that I really like, but even for my next formula, I'm gonna switch up like one of the things in there just to make it a little bit different. And also, especially now that my hair is highlighted, I need something with a little more color protection, and this just isn't it for me. I also used up one of my Batiste Dry Shampoos. I just usually get the Clean and Classic Original scent because I don't like to scent my hair too much and have it compete with like perfumes or other hair care products. This is my favorite dry shampoo. It doesn't leave a crazy white cast, but it actually like absorbs oil and makes your hair look and feel clean. It doesn't leave any weird residue in your hair. I really like this. I'm using a Dove one right now that I don't hate. But I'm excited to go back to this one when I use that one up. I do also really like the Amika one for a more higher end option, but for like an everyday, use it multiple times a week option, I like the Batiste one. And then last up for hair, it's time to retire this Invisibobble. It's just all sorts of knotted and twisted and stretched out. And these, you know, they shrink back down over time and everything, but I've had this one for like a year and it's time to dispose of this one, unfortunately. But you guys know I love my Invisibobble hair ties, and I already have another one in my rotation that I'm using. This one was just really pissing me off with the giant knot and how stretched out it was. I also really like the Gimme Beauty ones that I have on my wrist today as well. I have one body care kind of empty. This is the Cuccio Somatology Yoga Calm and Clean Epsom Salt body wash. It says you can use it on your hands too, but I used it as a body wash. It was fine. I mean, it wasn't like, I wasn't wowed by it. I wouldn't buy it again. It did smell nice. I don't know that it was particularly like relaxing and calming, but yeah, I got it in a FabFitFun box, and it was fine. So I have a few skincare items that I didn't use up entirely, but they have just seen the end of their time, and so it was just time to get rid of them. First up is this Drunk Elephant C Firma Vitamin C Day Serum. I hated this. It's sticky. It left my skin like tinted orange, which yes, it's a vitamin C serum, so there's gonna be some sort of orange tint to this serum, but I feel that it like stained my skin, stained my hands when I used it. It was so sticky. Like, I hated this, and I didn't even have a chance to use it up before it went bad because I hated it that much that I literally only used it like 5 times. And also, the Drunk Elephant skincare is stupid expensive, and I would just never pay full price for that. This Ahava Time to Clear Mud Mask is amazing. I bought this when I was in Israel, which means it's 2 years old now, and it just wasn't behaving the way that it did. Like, it clearly has gone bad. So it was just time to get rid of this. However, I loved it. When masks are in this big of a tube, I feel like I just can't keep up with them before they go bad. Like, I much prefer sample sizes of masks because I feel like I can actually use them up before they expire. So this one is really great, really good for sucking the gunk out of your pores, but it's just too old, and I feel like it was making me break out because it was expired. Last up is this Vasanti face exfoliator. I love this. This is probably my favorite face exfoliator. However, again, this is years old, and it's just time to get rid of it. It was getting hard to like squeeze out of the bottle because it like solidified in here. I mean, you can see with the shadow, like I have like half of it left, unfortunately. It also just at this point like is a little too harsh for my skin. I prefer something a little more gentle. I don't have crazy dry skin that needs to be aggressively exfoliated anyway. So I've moved on to my fresh strawberry exfoliator, which I actually like just as much. So time to retire this one as well. Now some skincare that I actually used up. This is just a CVS brand makeup wipe pack. I don't really use makeup wipes like on my skin anymore. I try to use my makeup eraser or some sort of like micellar water rather than a makeup wipe because I heard that they're really bad for your skin. But this I mostly used for like swatches and just like random makeup cleanup rather than like to take my makeup off. So used that up, and then I have 3 minis that I used up. This is the Origins Ginseng Refreshing Mask. It's basically like a super hydrating 10-minute mask. I wasn't wowed by this. I feel like masks that you only leave on for 10 minutes, what can they really do for your skin? I do like Origins. I do like the Ginseng line. I'm just not sure that this product was it for me. Like, I wouldn't repurchase a full size of it. Next up, I did use up the Drunk Elephant Proteini Polypeptide Cream. This was probably one of my favorite Drunk Elephant products that I've tried. The Be Hydra Intensive Hydration Serum is definitely my favorite that I've tried. This isn't bad. This is a good gel moisturizer, like definitely more designed for oilier skin. However, I don't know that there's anything unique about this gel moisturizer that justifies the excessive price tag on it. Like, I don't feel like this gel moisturizer did anything for me that my Origins moisturizer didn't, that my Belief moisturizer didn't, like that are around the same price point. This one's just, again, stupid expensive, and I just don't think I would buy it again. Another moisturizer that I used up that I actually loved, and if you have dry skin, you need this moisturizer. Hope Saxon, I am talking to you. You need this moisturizer for your dry skin. This is the Youth to the People Adaptogen Deep Moisture Cream. I, again, have oily skin, but I used this like in the dead of winter. It is amazing. The texture is really nice. It's a cream compared to like a gel, which is, I typically go for a gel, especially like in the summer and spring. So this would not be something I would use in the spring or summer. This would be something I would buy again, like for the winter months when my skin does get a little bit dry. It's so nice, feels so good on the skin, sinks in really well for it being a more like heavier cream. My skin felt really good in the morning, not too oily, not too greasy, just very well hydrated. I've only heard good things about this Youth to the People brand. This is the only product I've tried so far, but really, really good. Highly, highly recommend. All right, so last up, I have some makeup products that I've used up. Starting off with this L'Oreal makeup sponge. It was just time to retire this. In my vlog that I'm filming this same week that I'm filming this, I talked about how I've had this sponge for probably 2 years, and that's just gross. And for how little I've done my makeup during this whole pandemic, this is probably so dirty and gross and so much bacteria that I can't even justify trying to clean it. It was just time to retire this one. So I did buy a new one that I used for my makeup look today, so stay tuned for that. You'll see the get ready with me for that one coming up soon as well. But this is a good makeup sponge. I think I already like the other one that I'm using better though. But again, it was just time to retire this one. So these are the ColourPop No Filter Concealers. As you can see, they just have seen better days. They're very old. They like didn't look right on my skin anymore. They're separating and just honestly mostly used up anyway. It was just time to get rid of these. So I am moving on to new concealers now. I'm currently using the Sephora Gel Serum one, which also is probably old and needs to be thrown out, but I just really like it on my skin. And on my actual like face skin, instead of under my eyes, I'm using the Clinique Even Better Serum thing one. I don't know the exact name of it, but it's a little too dark for under my eyes right now. I definitely bought the wrong shade, but it'll be good enough for my skin, especially throughout the summer. So those are the ones I'm using instead of these ones. These just looked really cakey under my under eyes. I couldn't get them to ever really work for me, so time to retire these as well. Another product that I didn't use up but has not gone bad, I just really hated this product, is the Revlon Colorstay Brow Filler Fiber Gel. I got this through Influencer, so thank God I did not pay for this because it sucks. It's just this clear brow gel. You can probably already tell just by looking at it how like gross it is. It's just like thick and goopy and didn't fix my, like it didn't do anything for my brows except leave white flakes in my brows like as it dried, and it's just gross and I hated it. I also threw out the little 4-pan eyeshadow palette they sent me with this. I just forgot to put it in my empties bin because that sucked as well. I could not get any pigment out of it unless I like doused my brush in Fix Plus. And I just don't want to put in that much effort to get pigment out of an eyeshadow. Like I shouldn't have to douse my brush in Fix Plus in order to get like minimal pigment out of an eyeshadow. Next up are 4 things that I actually used up. So I have 2 mascaras. This first one is the Revlon So Fierce Big Bad Lash. I really liked this one, especially for like a more natural kind of look. It kind of has that like Too Faced Better Than Sex, Lash Paradise, which I'll show you in a second, wand, but I feel like it provides more length than volume. Like I didn't get a ton of volume out of this mascara, but it's definitely really good. Definitely a solid drugstore option if you're looking for something a little more natural and more length instead of volume. And then speaking of the Lash Paradise mascara, this is again basically the same wand, except the formula of this one definitely provides more volume and length. So I definitely like this one better. My all-time favorite drugstore mascara, however, is the Maybelline Lash Sensational, favorite drugstore mascara of all time. I've heard there's that new one that everyone loves, so maybe I'll try that at some point too, but this is really good. This is what I get if I can't find my Lash Sensational, or sometimes I just flip back and forth between these for drugstore mascaras. But still a really good mascara, not as natural as the other one. Definitely looks like you're wearing mascara, provides really good volume and length. I just used up one of my chapsticks, like actually used it up, like cannot twist it up anymore, cannot get anything out of this anymore, which is amazing. I usually lose my chapsticks before I can finish them, but this is just one of the candy cane ones. I just like to throw these in my purse, throw these in my backpack, keep one out. Like I usually keep one out here on the island just to like run over my lips when they're feeling kind of dry. So just a standard chapstick that I used up. And then this one's a sad one, but I used up my Urban Decay All Nighter Makeup Setting Spray. Somehow I used it up without having worn that much makeup this year, but this is just one of the like travel sized ones. I have a few more travel sized ones, but this is so good. It does have alcohol in it, I think, which is why people were kind of rebelling against it at some point. But if you need something to hold your makeup in place, this is it. Nothing holds your makeup like this does. And especially like today, if I'm wearing a full face and I'm going to leave my apartment for whatever reason, I would spray this on my face. Like I would never put a mask over a foundation without putting this on. This is just really, really good. And it like even this little bottle lasted me quite a while because you don't need that much for it to actually do its job. But yeah, I really recommend this one. I know there's a bunch of other setting sprays out there. There's a bunch of people that say setting sprays don't work, but this setting spray makes it hard for me to wash my makeup off with a makeup remover. So I think it works. If you're looking for a makeup setting spray, this is my favorite one. All right, so that is everything that I used up in the past 4 months. All things considered, I feel like I used up a lot, for not really wearing makeup or doing that much of anything in the past few months. But thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know if you want to see more of these. I love them, like I said, so I'm happy to keep doing them over the course of the next few months as well. But make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.